Hi. I know. Been a while since I've been on. I'm trying to get to do this regularly. It's like I cannot get this thing to work. It's like every time I try to do a video and post it, it keeps telling me there's an error and they can't post it. So I've been kind of fiddling around with it, and I'm hoping maybe I've got the problem solved. So we're going to try this again. The one thing I'm going to tell you is, though, I can't edit this video. I have no way to do it. I guess I'm going to have to save my money, buy some kind of Photoshop or something that I can make videos, edit them, and then post it. Because until then, whatever happens, you're going to see it. So, let's see. A lot's happened, though, since the last time I've been on. Let's see. My two daughters, both their birthdays are next month. My oldest daughter, she's also moving into her own apartment as of the 31st of this month, which is 10 days from now. So she's really excited about that. She's going to be busting her butt to keep that rent paid because her rent is almost $1,000 for a little one-bedroom apartment that's smaller than what I have. Sorry. But it will be her own place. She'll have her two dogs. So, like I said, she's really excited about that. And then my youngest one, her birthday is also next month. So I'm trying to get their birthday gifts finished. I'm making my youngest one salt and pepper shakers. When they're all done, I'll take a picture and I'll post it here. My oldest one, I'm trying to do a cross-stitch picture of if men can only read our minds. She liked that thing, so I'm trying to get it finished. But yeah, and let's see. I think my problem with the lady who I was telling you about, who comes over constantly bugging me. As of today, she has not been. I have not seen her in the last 5 or 6 days. Just a tiny bit worried. But frankly, God, the peace and quiet has been fantastic. I am ecstatic at the fact that my evenings are my own, that I can do what I want, and, and she's not here for 4 hours or so, constantly talking about nothing. And when I mean nothing, I mean it's like, 1 minute she's saying how she's friends with the Obamas, or how one of her rich clients used to send her to New York or to Japan or something like that. And then the next minute she's talking about giving all her stuff to the Idaho Youth Ranch and go living in a car with her dog. I finally blew up at her because I've been homeless for 18 months with my 2 kids. And then I've been homeless by myself for 5 months. She doesn't know the first thing about what it's like to be homeless. She has no idea. And I'm not saying I knew what it was like to be homeless. But my mental facilities are all, well, that's debatable. But my mental facilities are all, I think they're all here. Some people will say, no, I'm missing a few marbles up there. But I think I can adequately go get things. But, yeah, she says, she's called the police to find out if there's any place she can park her car. And they said they were going to send her a list. And I said, Jan, they're not going to send you a list. It's not illegal to live in your car, but it is illegal to park your car like on the city street overnight, you in it. You can't just park in a parking lot of a business. I told her, I said, I've looked up online. And there's areas that you can go and park your car. There's a whole bunch of people that live in their cars. But I said, do you know that they spend quite a bit of money getting their car ready? Or they live in these small trailers. And this is how they live. They're called nomads. Oh, no. I'm not going to be a nomad. Okay. So anyway, like I said, it's been heaven not having her around. So I've gotten quite a bit done. I found a thing on YouTube that making these paper ornaments, and I fell. And the thing is, I used to make them out of plastic canvas, and I'm like, I never thought about doing it out of paper. So I started, no, I've been making small, medium, and large of these things in paper, different scrapbooking paper and everything. So I'm having a blast making them. I figure I'm going to have about a dozen of each size. And so I'll have those on my tree. Then I saw another paper ornament I fell in love with. So all in all, I will have about 5 different paper ornaments on my tree. And I don't mean just 5 paper, I mean each one I make at least a dozen of each one, anywhere from 6 to a dozen. So I'll have and then I'll have my other ornaments and everything. So uh, can't wait. And if I can't get them all on my tree, I'll hang them from the ceiling. But yeah, and then I have some other ornaments I'm trying to work on and everything. Let's see. Um, oh, I got a phone call from the doctor. I have to go see him next month. He, something about my blood test came back bad, but it can't be too bad because they're waiting almost 6 weeks for me to come back in. So if it was real bad, I think he'd have had me come in sooner. At least I think so. Chances are my hemoglobin count is really low, and my I forget what the other count is. It's about my white count might be really my immunity account might be, or inflammatory markers. That's what it was. Inflammatory markers might be really high. One of the two, or both. I do know that he did. I mean, like I said, I have been really watching my feet because that thing that put me in the hospital back in March. That's scary. I mean, like I said, that was very painful, very horrible, and I'm scared about. And he says, "Oh yeah, it can come back." He said, "Once you have it," he says, "it can come back easily." And I'm just like, okay. He says, "Keep an eye." He says, "Look for the symptoms again." He says, "If you get a fever or anything like that," he says, "that's when you're most susceptible." Okay. So I've been trying to be very careful. My neighbors must be getting ready to go somewhere because they're all over there. There's a motorcycle group we live next door to called Brothers of Speed. I have to say it's not bad living next door to them. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, they're a motorcycle group, but they're they're not all, run all the time. But this morning, there seems to be quite a few of them over there, and I think they're getting ready to go somewhere because I noticed that two of the trailers have been hooked up to trucks, and they've been pulled back. And I noticed that there's another truck that's been parked over there. It's gone, so that means they might be getting ready to go somewhere. If they are, they are. If they're not, they're not. I'm just kind of, it's kind of funny thinking because of what Jan says, and I'm just like, nope, they don't. I know for a fact they don't do charitable events because one of the people that come to me, he happens to be one of the nurses that comes to visit me once a week. His brother and his brother's best friend are members over there, and he's told me, no, they only do one charitable thing a year. They've already done it. It was back at the beginning of the year, and that's it. They don't do charitable events. He says they're not a bad group. It's just they have to work. They have to do this. I understand. So anyway, let's see. Next month I'm taking my grandkids to the fair, but they don't know it, and it's killing me not to say anything. It's on I'm taking them on the 21st. We're having our county fair here. I took my granddaughter. Oops, sorry. Right now it's about 5:30 in the morning, and it's like I thought I'm going to try this again. But anyway, I took my oldest granddaughter to the fair about 4 or 5 years ago, and there was some rides she couldn't get on because she was too short. But she loved going because she got to go on rides that her Aunt Carrie would not have let her go on, no matter where they were. According to her Aunt Carrie, they're too dangerous. You shouldn't get on things like that and everything. And I'm thinking, Carrie, that's not taking her to the fair. That's not taking her to the carnival. That's just taking her so that she can go on the ride with your sons so that you don't have to go on. So, but I am taking all three of them and my daughter, their mother. I wanted to take her boyfriend. Yes, my oldest granddaughter now has a boyfriend. But I think the reason Raina has told me he can't go, um, they have to be sure they want between his parents and her parents, my daughter and son-in-law, they want them chaperoned at all times. My plan, and I didn't realize this until after we were talking. My plan was I will stay with the two younger ones, and her boyfriend can go on the other rides that the girls can't go on. But then when she told me that no, his mother wants an adult with them at all times, I'm like, nope, because if I let them go, there's no telling where they'll go. And it's not that I don't trust them, it's that we want to help them stay safe. So uh, it'll be a while before they can do anything unchaperoned. So, and they're only 12 and 13. Him being 12, her birth being 13. Um, didn't dawn on me that he was younger until it did dawn on me. She had to start school a year later because of when her birthday is. So this means that when she started school back in Head Start, when all the other kids were 4 years old, uh, she started school um, when she turned 4. She turned 4 in December. So when she started school, she all of a sudden now is 4 and turned 5 while in Head Start. So she's always been a year ahead of all the other kids. So he turned 12 like in, um, I think it was like May or June. Or no, his birthday's in August. That's what it's. His birthday's in August. So he'll turn 13 in August. So him and her will be the same age for a few months. But, so anyway, I am paying for my daughter and my 3 granddaughters and me to go to the fair. Now I have to pay for food in the fair. And I wasn't planning on that. My whole plan was we take a bus to the fair, get off at Carl's Jr.'s, have lunch there, and then walk across the street to the fair, spend all day, going through the buildings and everything, and then before they get on the rides, we were going to go have funnel cake and drinks. Then they can all go, and I would take snacks into the fair with me, for them to have, because anybody here that's been to the fair, the cost of food, oh my gosh. I remember when I took my granddaughter to the fair, a funnel cake was $7, a plain funnel cake. So by now they're probably about $10. And my cats are nuts at 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, they wake me. The youngest one, the one I call baby girl, she wakes me up around 5, nibbling on my toes. I want attention, mommy. I want to sleep. No, I want attention, mommy. So, oh, and my weight, I'm doing it. Now, granted, I had the girls here for almost a whole week. They were here for 5 days. Um, so I didn't stay eating the way I was supposed to while they were here. So I gained 3 pounds while they were here. But now I've already lost 2 of the 3 pounds. So I'm hoping, I'm back on the diet. I'm back on with it. I know some of the people here, they think I'm nuts because of the way I eat. And it's like, why? I don't eat processed food. I don't eat I don't have food that has preservatives. I don't eat any food that has acid in it, like tomatoes and lemons and oranges and things like that. I eat I'm not supposed to eat spicy food, but I love Mexican. And I can't eat full-blown Mexican because it's too greasy, let's just say it's not very healthy. So every once in a while, I like having a couple tacos. Or where was it? I had a taco salad. I had a chicken taco salad, and I had them keep the tomatoes in. But I'm still losing my weight. I still have I finally got back control of my bladder from being off my diet for a week. So I can't, I'm doing good. So then it's like I don't know how to explain it. I finally got into a pair of pants I have not been able to wear for several years. Ever since I broke my leg, I have not been able to wear these pants ever since I could start walking again. And it's because when I broke my leg, I weighed 240. When I was able to walk, I had already gone up to 280. So yeah, I gained 40 pounds sitting in a wheelchair without being able to put any weight on my left leg. And over the course of time, I gained another 40, 50 pounds. So I am now trying, now I'm under that 300-pound mark and trying to keep going that way. And I know when I went to go see the doctor, and I had lost those 61 pounds since December, and he says, I want you down to 275 the next time you come in here in December. Well, now he wants to see me next month, and I'm already, I'm almost past the point, I'm getting back to the point where I was when I saw him. So hopefully I'll be close to that mark. So yeah, my physical therapist, he loves the fact about how much I'm walking. I'm doing really good. Well, can't walk outside. The ground, trying to wear shoes and walk outside is impossible. It's very unsteady. I just cannot seem to keep my balance out there. But I walk in this building. I walk every day, twice a day. Well, at least once. Some days I don't get to do twice. But I'm getting there. It's there. Now, again, I will say this. My birthday's at the end of this month. I'm hoping my daughter comes and gets me and makes me tacos. Makes me tacos for my birthday dinner. It'd be nice. That's my favorite meal. Then, like I said, we're going to the fair, so I'm not going to not eat at the fair. I'm not going to overeat, but I know this. The day of the fair, I am fixing myself a very large breakfast. I am going to be making myself my chocolate milk, scrambled eggs, and I know there was something I was going to, and potatoes. I make these fried potatoes with no butter or oil, but a lot of seasonings. So, yeah, chocolate milk, scrambled eggs, and potatoes, and a couple pieces of toast. Yeah, it's a lot, and I'm going to be in my wheelchair most of the day, but this way, I'm not going to want to eat so soon at the fair. I'm one of these people. I had my chocolate milk this morning, and I'll go until like 1, 2 o'clock before I even think about eating something else, and I usually eat an apple and maybe a thin of string cheese, and that's it. Then I have my dinner at night. So, and today's the day that my caregiver takes me to the store. So they sell these salads, and I think that's what I'm just going to do is pick up one of those salads for me to eat for tonight. Because when I go to the store, I am so tired. I'm just tired, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how I feel between now and then. Yeah, I know. It's like my normal day. I will give you an example of a normal day about the way I eat. Like I said, I get up every day, sometime between 4:30 and 5. Not by choice. Yeah, you baby girl. She just looks at me like, I don't do anything. She wakes me up wanting attention by nibbling on my fingertips or nibbling on my toes. Or she wakes me up playing with the hose to my CPAP machine. But anyway, it wakes me up because she wants attention. Then I'll get up and I make myself a glass of chocolate milk. Now, what it is, do you know what mason jar is, a regular size mason jar. Well, I have this mason jar that has a handle to it and a lid. I fill that up with milk, and I put 2 spoonfuls of Nestle's Quick inside the jar, and I shake it. Can't stand to have it stirred. Doesn't stir it up enough. I shake it, and the milk I drink is 2%. So it's about 16 ounces. But this is, and I shake it, and this is what I have for breakfast. Now, I will not eat again until sometime around between 1 and 2 o'clock. And I usually have an apple and a cheese stick. Or I might have an apple and some good thins. They're like wheat thins, but they're better for me. They're not processed, they're organic, and oh, God, it's so nice to be able to eat like a cracker. And I don't put cheese on them. They're just good. Then let's see. And they're like 120, they're anywhere between 110 and 130 calories for like 20 to 35 pieces. So that's a good lunch for me. And water. I'm always drinking my water. And then for dinner, I'll have a piece of meat and some sauteed vegetables. I'm always having onions, celery, bell peppers, broccoli, cauliflower, snow peas, that kind of stuff. I'll buy these bags of mixed vegetables and everything, and I have those for dinner. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of couscous or quinoa or rice, but not a whole lot. I found out I can't have more than maybe like a fourth of a cup added to my vegetables because it does add a lot of calories. And that's the way I eat. And then I'm losing my weight that way. I have to be careful about how much I eat because I can't be as active as I want to be. So hence the reason why I'm doing a lot of crafting and everything like that, because it helps keep me out of the kitchen. Now I do admit, sometime in there, I am having a sucker. I eat 1 sucker a day. Now it's not something I should have on my diet, but when I'm painting or I am working on my cross stitch thing or I'm doing paper craft or something, if I don't have something, if I don't have something in my mouth, to work on, think about, I want to eat. So that was Penelope. So she likes to get up on the cabinets, trying to teach her to stay off the computer, but it doesn't work so well right now. So anyway, doctor says, he says, you may have a couple things that are not that. As long as you're getting control of your bladder, go for it. So I do. I'm going for it. Oh gosh. They're doing it. It is time now for the Penelope and baby girl chase show. They're taking turns chasing each other. So I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, this is one of my entertainments during the day, watching them constantly chasing each other and chasing their tails and chasing shadows and all that other stuff. I know my caregiver, I finally blew up at her Monday. Yeah, it's been since Monday. That was one of my groups. We were supposed to start this cross stitch project, and I had ordered everything I needed through this one company, and they mailed it to me. And I've kept this envelope down between my table that I have my laptop sitting on, and the box that holds my EHD and my pencil sharpener and stuff like that. When I went to go to this envelope Wednesday, because we were starting this Saturday, and I thought I'm going to get the fabric ready for the project and get it all ready. It's not here. Where's the envelope? It can't be found. Now, Crystal came over Friday and I asked her, where is it? She goes, I don't know. She goes, you've moved it maybe. And I go, no, I haven't moved it. According to her, she at one point thought the only thing she should be doing is things for me, like brushing my hair and putting in a ponytail, helping me shower, putting lotion on my legs, helping me get dressed. And I said, no, 95% of what you're supposed to be doing is housework because I can't keep up with it. And she just, like, she just couldn't understand. She has a bad habit of moving things to suit her. And this is my apartment. And I keep telling her, don't do that. It's like I finally told her, you're not allowed to use paper towels anymore. She watered my plants with my largest measuring cup. I have a 4-cup measuring cup glass. And she used it to water my plants, which I've always been very appreciative that she helps keep these plants watered because she loves plants as much as I do. And she went to go put it wet in my cabinet, and I can't stand to have wet dishes put in my cabinet. And I told her that. I said, don't put it in there wet. So instead of grabbing the dish towel that is hanging on a hook just right here in this closet, she grabs the paper towels and takes off about 3 big sheets of paper towels to dry one little 4-cup measuring cup. And I'm just like, why? Why didn't you say, well, these are more convenient? No. I said, you could have held on to that cup, opened up the cabinet, grabbed the towel, dried that, and then put it back up there. And she's like, well, I'm always a paper person. It's just easier this way. Then she washes her hand using my dish soap. And if she would just use a drop, it wouldn't have bothered me. But I watched her. She takes out my Dawn and then puts it. So she's using about, I would say, a half a tablespoon of dish soap to wash her hands. And then she grabs the paper towels and she does and so, I mean, this humongous long sheet of paper towels. So when she did that, I'm like, okay, that's it. No. So I took the paper towels and I put them in the closet. I'm going to kill her. But anyway, okay, I think something weird's going on. Don't even. You're not allowed on here. So anyway, the next day after putting the paper towels in the closet, I went inside my bathroom to go take a shower, and I went to go do something, and I'm seeing this humongous thing of paper towels. I mean, must have been 8, 9 paper towels on the floor, and my plunger sitting on top of it. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, why did she take all those paper towels and put my plunger on top? So when she came to work the next day, why is my plunger sitting on all those paper towels? Oh, because I had to use your plunger. And she goes, it was wet. Then put a freaking rag there. Or take out the toilet brush and put the plunger inside the bucket. No. Paper towels were up. And I said, no. I said, don't ever touch the paper towels again. This is my house. I pay for those paper towels. And I do not pay for them. She was averaging out a roll of paper towels every 3 days. I bought a package of paper towels that had 12 rolls. In less than 2 weeks, she has already used 4 of them. No, it was 6 of them. It was 6 of them. In less than 2 weeks, she had used 6 of them. No. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm on a very limited income, and I'm not buying paper towels just to be used willy-nilly. I would buy paper towels were 12 at a time, and those rolls of paper, I one time bought a 12-pack roll of paper towels, and they lasted me 1.5 years. Does that tell you how little I use paper towels? I use them mostly with painting or when I'm crafting or something. I used a whole roll of paper towels one time for a paper mache project. Yeah, well, I bought them for that reason. So I bought 3 rolls for that reason. So anyway, like I said, getting back to this envelope, and it's not just the envelope, it was a couple other things. But anyway, so my daughter came over Friday, my oldest daughter came over Friday. We went through this whole apartment. I mean, every place. We moved things. We opened up box, the filing cabinet. We looked behind things. We went through all the, things. anywhere in the closets, everywhere. It's not anywhere. It's not in this apartment, which means she saw it down here, decided it was trash without even looking in, and threw it away. She comes in Monday, and I'm already stressed out, upset, because that thing cost me almost $60. That was $60 of a pattern, fabric, buttons, thread, and needles, and a needle threader. And she says, she says, do I need to leave? And I said, I'll tell you what you need to do. I said, you go in there, make my bed, clean my toilet. Do not clean the rest of the bathroom because it doesn't need it. Put the dishes away in the dishwasher and vacuum. And this time, I want my vacuum cleaner cleaned out like I've told you. I wanted it done every time. I'm nitpicky. I'm so OCD when it comes to trying to keep. I'm not saying I'm the cleanest person, but it's my apartment. I'm trying very hard. This is my happy spot. This is where I'm going to live for the rest of my life. Unless the building comes down, I intend to live here for a very long time. I'm going to be 61 years old in 7 days. I'm going to be 61 years old in 7 days. And I plan to live to be 120. So that means I'm going to live here for a very long time. Do not make me feel like I cannot be comfortable in my apartment, because I'll drop in a heartbeat. I'll drop in a heartbeat because this is mine. And the thing is, her boss was coming to visit me Wednesday. So I think she's a little worried about losing her job. So she went and made my bed. She cleaned my toilet. She put the dishes away and she vacuumed. And I said, there's a rag right here. I want it kept with the vacuum cleaner. When you take the canister off, you wipe out the inside of the canister. It will keep the vacuum cleaner running longer, so it doesn't overheat, so it doesn't shut off, and everything gets out. She thinks it's a waste of time, but it's my vacuum cleaner. That's the way I want. And every time you vacuum in this house, you're picking up a kitten. That's how much these two girls shed. They shed a lot. So you literally are picking up almost a half a kitten most days. But anyway, she comes in Tuesday, and she's like, do I still have a job? And I'm like, yeah. I said, I still need you. I said, right now, that I'm still upset. I said, you have got to understand. She goes, well, and we got to talking. Turns out her husband, she was telling her husband that she may not have a job much longer. And he says, why, are you giving her attitude? And she goes, I don't give her attitude. And he says, let me ask you. He says, are you changing her apartment around? No. He goes, so you don't pick up things and move them around because you think they should be here or there? I don't do that. And he goes, oh, yeah, you do. He says, every time we go over to your daughter's house, you're constantly moving things. Every time you do that, you're moving things. Here, you're constantly moving things around. I have told you over and over, leave my desk alone. And you go in there, when you go to empty the trash and stuff, you're moving. My trash can's always on the other side. You keep moving. You keep putting the books other place. He says, you don't understand. You don't leave things alone that you shouldn't be moving things. She goes, I do that? And he's constantly. So when she came in Tuesday, she says, my husband's on your side. And I said, he doesn't even know me. He's never. And he goes, well, he says that I can't seem to leave. And I go, you don't. I said, every time you vacuum, which I want every day, you are moving my box of what I call my small drawer items. I need to get another set of small drawers. And I keep the box by me because I still need those things. It's my, I forget, hemostat plier things. Let's see, my magnets, my elastic. It's a lot of little things. Paper clips that I use in my crafting when I do origami and all that. Other things. I can't remember all that's in there. I know what's in there, but I can't remember what's in there. Let's see. She keeps moving my paintbrushes. I borrowed my son-in-law's drill to drill holes in these blocks for the birdhouses I'm painting because I want to stay, and every time I turn around, she's moving the drill around. Why did you move the drill over here? Well, I thought it'd be, oh, You want it over where it was. Yeah, so all I have to do is bend over and pick it up, plug it in, and drill a few blocks. Okay, sorry. Goes back and puts it back. I told her, what first rule in this room, you leave my craft table alone. She says, you told me that, but she goes, I've touched it. And I said, yeah, because you were helping me. And I said, and that was the other thing. I got mad about all the boxes. I did not want to undo all these boxes because I had no place to put them. I didn't have any place to put anything in. And she just kept taking everything out and destroying the box like I wanted, but not at the time. But anyway, she's learning. She's finally understanding this is my apartment. And so she's trying very hard to remember to ask, do you want me to do this? Oh, I know what it was. Friday, what finally came to the head, was it Monday or Friday? Anyway, um, it was Friday. No, I take it back. It was Monday. It was Monday because Friday I bought it. I had all my 4th of July stuff. I made a wreath. I had made a couple other things. I had my wind spinners out on my balcony. They're, those little things that kids blow in the air and they spin. The wind spinners. I had half a dozen of them taped to my balcony so when the wind blew, it spinned them. And I bought this plastic storage tote. And I had the 4th of July stuff in a box I had taken down and put in the box temporarily until I could get the tote. So I had the wreath and the bows I hadn't used on top. So she goes and takes the wreath and the bows and puts them in the bottom of this container and then puts the other heavy stuff on. I go, Shirley, take the stuff off the wreath and the bows. That stuff goes on top. Why? You're crushing the bows. You're crushing all those bows. No, I'm not. Shirley, you look, did you see how I had it in that box? I want to put in that container so the bows and the wreath don't get crushed. I said, and I didn't ask you to put that stuff in there. I said, I was planning on doing it. I said, I'm very particular. I mean, in case I haven't told you, when I packed to move from California, I packed so that nothing would get broken, no matter what. The 2 pieces of ceramics that got broken were the 2 pieces that my daughter's friend packed, because all he did was he picked up the dragon, he put it in the box and stuffed paper. I said, put shredded paper in there, and then put the thing in, and then put more shredded paper on. Oh no, it's fine. Didn't listen to me and put it in, and right. And so one dragon lost a claw. Well, I have a claw. The claw broke off. And then the unicorn with the fairy on it, its front hooves came off. So I have the 2 pieces that broke off, so all I have to do is glue them on. But I have to do it when I can sit there and hold the piece for at least an hour. Because even though the glue I use Eileen's super tacky glue, you have to hold it so it doesn't move. Because if you don't, it'll move and the whole thing, I'll have to take it off and hope to God I don't break more of it. So I have to take my time in doing it. And then I'll have to kind of clean it up with my tools to make it all nice and smooth so when I paint it you can't see the seam. But anyway, you understand now. I'm very methodical about how I do things. So she doesn't put things, she doesn't care about how things go in boxes or anything. She just goes in there. Shirley, I don't want anything broken. I don't want anything crushed. I do things a certain way. So anyway, she comes in, and like I said, I blew up at her Monday. I mean, I was so pissed off Monday about everything that happened. So when she came in Tuesday, we spent almost half her time talking, and she realized she has put me under more stress and anxiety than and she says, yeah, she says, I called, she says, I was talking to somebody, and she says, it didn't dawn on me, she says, it is more housekeeping than it is personal care. I said, yeah. I said, it's not like I need a lot of stuff done for me on me. It's mainly keeping my apartment clean. The kitchen, the bath, especially the bathroom. I I need to have my toilet cleaned every day, but it doesn't need to be super clean. Just take a wet rag, spray some spick and span on it, and then wipe the toilet down. That's what I'm talking about. Uh, my floors, about once a week. I like to have my floors damp mopped. I told her what she needs, and I have to agree with her. I'm not a very big fan of the mop I bought. I bought a Swiffer wet dry mop, and one of the things she's saying she's having problems with, it keeps flipping on her. And I understand. I watched her while she was doing my floor. I was kind of, and it does. It keeps flipping. And so I thought I might save that for myself at night so I can just put a wet rag on it and damp mop the floor before I go to bed, and buy her a regular type, a mop where she can put it in a bucket and give the floor a very heavy scrubbing, like once a week. Sweep the floor and then mop the floor. So we'll wait and see what happens. But I told her from now on, don't be moving things. And I know she still, once in a while, forgets to put things back. She vacuumed my floor. Every time she vacuums my floor, she never puts the rag back with the, hello, sweetie. I know, I'll give you breakfast in a little while. I'll give you breakfast in a little bit. Yeah, baby girl's let me know she wants breakfast, but it's only, it's not time. They don't eat until 8 o'clock. So it's not time. But anyway, I have my scales. They have to be on hardwood floor or, solid floor, no carpet. And she keeps moving my scales, standing them up on the carpet while she keeps standing them up, and she never puts them back. She keeps moving my shoes that I wear when I want to go outside, never puts them back. And I'm constantly, Shirley, scales, shoes, box. Oh, yeah. And and then she has to go when she goes to vacuum my room. I have asked her, I didn't realize she had done it. I had gone out. Someone came to the door, and she went and vacuumed my bedroom, and she vacuumed up all the sequins that fell, and I didn't want her vacuum. I was gonna have her pick them up and put them in the box because two different color sequins fell or got dumped, and I wanted her to pick them up, put them all in one box, and I would have sat there and separated them. And yes, I can do that kind of tedious work. It doesn't bother me. Okay, no more. But she used the vacuum cleaner and she vacuumed, and so there's a waste of sequins, she doesn't think. But I do like her. I really do. I just be patient. It's like having a kid and you're teaching them how to do things. So, I have to go from there. So, and that was the other thing. I went to Dollar Tree and I bought these 2 containers for my paint rags. One container is for what I call my clean rags. My other container is for when the rags get so dirty I can't use them anymore. And then I'll throw them into the wash machine with my towels. I just grabbed my rags and put them in the clean bin, as I call it. She went and folded them up and put them back in. Shirley, why did you fold the paint rags? And she puts them in such a way I have to literally almost dig them out. And she goes, well, they hold. And I said, no. I said, I put them the way I do because I just reach down, I pick up a rag. I want to show you what happens with the way with what you did. And I went to go pick up a rag, and I pulled out 4 rags. Pulling out 1 rag, I pulled out 4 rags because they were so packed in there. The way she folded them, they wouldn't stay. I said, my way, I just pick up the one on top, use it for the next couple of weeks, and put it in the bin, or use it for the week. However long it takes me to get that thing so dirty I can't use it anymore. And what I usually do with my office, I have 1 rag on each arm of the chair because I'm sitting, and then I have my apron, so I'm sitting there, and if I get or I'll do this. And she doesn't understand that. She's not a painter. But, I was like, okay. I said, don't fold my rags. I said, I want them like they are so I can just reach down and pick them up and use them. So she's learning. Yes, baby girl, it's okay. She does not like being held, but she's gotten to the point, it's okay. I don't know if you can hear it, but her motor's going. Her motor's going. As long as I'm letting her know, petting her and letting her and doing this, she'll let me do this for about a half a minute to a minute. So, so I try and do this at least twice a day. And it's getting longer and longer by a few seconds, but she's finally understanding that I'm not going to hurt her. I'm not going to treat her like a dog. I'm not going to do anything to her to make her upset. And so she's, oh my, she's getting longer here. She's probably showing off and saying, yes, I let my mommy hold me and pet me sometimes. So, okay, you ready? Okay, there you go. So that one is baby girl. Penelope, I think she went to go lay on my bed. Since I'm not in the bed, she likes to lay on my bed. So, well, I guess I've been rambling on long enough. It's been 46 minutes almost. I guess I've been rambling on long enough. Oh, I know what else. I forgot to tell you. When my grandkids were here, like I said, I've been saving money to take them to the fair. And I tried to order this tripod through Walmart. Oh, that's the one bad thing about holding her. She says, and I get here. I have been trying to order this tripod through Walmart, and they take the money and then they give it back to me because it's not in stock. Every time I try to get it, it's not in stock. And so I decided they sent me my money back, and the tripod I've been trying to buy is almost $50 because it's the only one I found that will hold my camera. I don't have an iPhone. I don't have some kind of little camera. I use a regular digital camera, that video camera. And the thing weighs about 5 pounds. And the tripod I'm trying to get holds 7 pounds. So we decided to go bus hopping to Walmart. And we went in there and got in there, and they have 5 tripods. The very one I wanted, they had 5 of them sitting on this shelf. And so I grabbed one, and I had taken my camera with me because I wanted to make sure it worked. Well, at first the lady didn't want to let me see. And I said, every time I buy a tripod, and if I don't open it up and check, I said, I find out the tripod will not work on my camera. And she goes, oh, well, this one will. And this guy came up and he says, well, let's open it and let's see. Let's make sure. She goes, we can't do that. And he goes, yes, we can. He says, to make the customer happy, he says, we're allowed to do this. So he opened up the box neatly so that it can be reclosed. And the tripod was sitting in a plastic bag. So he pulls out the tripod. He took my camera. And he unscrews this thing, puts it on my camera. And he goes, see this here? He says, now this is, and I'm like, fantastic, it does work. So he took everything off, gave me back my camera, put the thing back on the tripod, put it back in the plastic bag, closed up the box. It looked like no one's ever opened. And I grabbed the box. And I told my second oldest grand, you need to carry this. Okay, Grandma. So here's her, and here's the box of the tripod. That poor little thing. I mean, she's carrying a box. The oldest one's pushing me in my wheelchair. So it was kind of funny that she's, the way things were going. So we picked up a few more things at Walmart that I needed. And then we went and checked out and came home. So she and the youngest one were taking turns holding the tripod. And so it's like, I have a tripod now. So now I can start taking videos of what I'm making. So it's like, hopefully, now once I learn how to make a video of doing it, I can start posting how I do my crafts. So I'm all happy. So yeah. So hopefully, let's see. Today is the 21st of July. I'm hoping. I'm taking a few practice. Now my next thing to do is I want to buy a video editor. But if you guys don't mind me putting the video on with no editing on it and showing all my mistakes, I'll be posting them. So I'm just like happy. So we'll see what happens. I'm patiently going to, I'm going to try and learn to do that and everything. So hopefully by the 1st of August, I will start posting what crafts I've been making, what crafts I do, how I'm doing them and everything. Now, granted, some of the crafts I do is what people do, but it's like what one of my friends told me that's on my Facebook group. She goes, everybody has a different teaching style. Everybody has a different way of doing things. And she says, who knows? Maybe you'll do something that other people have done, but you'll show it in just a way that says, oh, that's how it's done. And I'll be able to do it. So we'll see how I do. So anyway, yeah, it's been 51 minutes. So I'm going to stop now. So hopefully I will see you within the next few days. I will hope to try and keep up. Maybe I won't talk as long. I've talked everybody's ear off. I do still want to take a video and start keeping up with how I'm doing my craft room. I finally decided I'm going to follow somebody's advice. They told me, don't look at my room to organize it as the room, one thing at a time. She says, like your glues, you have all those bottles of glue. Find something to keep them in. You know, that even if you make a box, find something that you can keep them all in one box so they're not all out. Find something that you know, the next thing. What do you know, what other, you know, so, like my little bottles of, I have these little bottles of fabric paint. I do know what I want to do for all my paints. I want to get another one of those white shelves and then PVC pipe, cut them to fit the bottles, and then put them on their side, and I'll see the tops. They'll be, instead of standing up this way, they'll be this way, and I can see the tops of them, and they'll be where I can reach them right there and get those cases off the floor. So, like I said, she said, one thing at a time. So that's what I'm doing. I'm working on one thing at a time. So it's not going to be any major changes each time, but I may take a short video saying, well, this is what I did today. Today I made a box. You know, I'll even do a video showing how I make my box and then decorate it and put it up to show where I'm putting it. And you know what? Eventually, I'll get my craft room organized. So I hope everybody has a great day. I hope that, you know, if you're trying to lose weight, don't get discouraged. If you make a mistake and you eat something you're not supposed to, don't think, okay, there goes my diet. I'm not, you know, get back on track. Get back on track. Oh, I ate that ice cream. I'm so, you know, okay, you ate an ice cream. It's not going to make you gain 10 pounds. Just go back on your diet. If you're a crafter like I am also, use your crafting to keep yourself out of the kitchen. Start working on something. If you're a crafter and you're trying to get things done with all the projects you're supposed to have, pick a project, start working on it, and get it done. I know where you're coming from. I know how you feel. I've been there. So, everybody have a great day. Hit like, share, hit subscribe, whatever all that stuff is that people do on YouTube. But I hope to be talking to you again soon. Have a great day. Keep yourself happy. And see you soon. Bye-bye.